Hello and welcome to Group K's final version of the Shopping Spree program. When the user starts the program, they're introduced to this screen where they need to pick the body type that most suits them. Pick this one. And then they pick the top shape which best suits them. Pick this one. And then they're asked what size they usually wear. In this case, we'll go for medium. And then they're asked if they always wear this size or if they wear bigger or smaller. We'll just say yes. And then we select height. We'll just go with 5'9" and hit next. The program then creates an avatar for the user, which fits the description that they provided. And to the left, we have all of the items. They are set so that the initial size is the size defined by the user, and there are 7 items displayed at one time, which is in line with optimal short-term memory number of items a user can remember. The user can then drag along to change items individually, so that there are still only 7, or they can press one of the buttons to change the whole number so that it moves 7 along. We've done this so that there are numerous methods of interaction for users. The user may then pick an item, pick this dress, and they're presented with this screen. Which shows the name of the item, its description, its size, quantity, price, and the date created. The user can change the size if they'd like, change the quantity, add to cart, or try on. In this case, we will try on. The user can then walk over to the avatar and see the item of clothing that they selected to try on. They are able to return to rack or add to cart. In this case, we'll just return it to the rack. The user may then want to filter and search, in which case they turn to the left, and I'd like to filter by category bottoms, and the user might want to sort by price. So once the filters are applied, the user can walk or teleport over to the rack. We have the function to teleport for multiple forms of interaction for user, and especially useful for users who have limited mobility or limited space. Up top, we have the applied filters and the sort, and that is an example of showing the user status. The user can then walk or teleport closer to the items, and then when moving their hand closer to the item, they can see the price of the item. And as you can see, it is sorted in increasing price. The user may now want to search for a specific item, in which case they walk or teleport over to the search section, where they will tap on the search bar and then type in what they want. So denim, and enter. The user can then walk or teleport over to the rack and then see an extra filter applied for denim. The user can then see their denim jeans, and it's the same case of walking over, seeing the price. Or if they wanted to, they could click on it and see the item again. The user can remove filters, so they will remove denim. And then all of the previous filters applied to the rack are then presented again. The user may then grab and hold an item, and then they are introduced to this UI. Notice how the previous UI, which was the description with size, quantity, price, date created, and the ability to add to cart or try on is not here, and that is to minimize the amount of clutter, which is in line with the aesthetic heuristic. The buttons for add cart and return to rack are also the same as the ones in that user interface, and this is to encourage recognition over recall. The user can then either take it to the left, anywhere in the field to the left, or take it to the right. If they take it to the left, then they add it to the cart. To the right, they return it to the rack. Or they can turn to the avatar and place the clothing item on the avatar. At this point, the avatar will wear it. In this case, we will turn and add it to the cart. The user can then teleport or just turn over to the basket, which shows all of the items added to the basket, including their size and quantities. The user may want to remove an item, in which case they can swipe or press the large X button, or press the minus to return its quantity to 0. Here, the total has been updated with the new price, and the user is able to undo the removal of the previous item. Here, the user will press purchase, and then they are asked for a confirmation of purchase, in which case, yes. An A/B test we performed was the use of a physical basket rather than the drop-down we used in the final product. In this test, we used a basket where the user, instead of dragging and placing in the drop-down, could just drag and place the trousers into the basket, and the basket would be updated. The independent variable for this A/V test was the basket, and the dependent variable was the user satisfaction scores out of using the basket. In the end, we found that the use of the UI was more satisfying to users than the use of a basket, as users would frequently drop items outside of the basket by accident.